Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Horse Center. It's been such a long time since I've seen you. I'm so happy to be back. And I am Wild Jamie, and of course, my amazing co-host Swiss Army Sean is with us. And our special guest tonight has one of the most incredible stories I have seen in racing, and that is saying quite a bit. We have multiple graded stakes winning jockey and the comeback king, Felipe Valdez. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you guys?
Wonderful. We are so excited to have you on here. Like I said, you have got an incredible story. We will get into all that in just a moment. But since this is your first time on the show, let's take it all the way back to the beginning. I know you started riding in 1997. What originally drew you to racing? Are you from a racing family?
Yes, my brother is a trainer now. Back in the day, he was a gallop boy in Mexico City. And sorry,
Oh,
I just start
I
barking.
love it. We got a special guest.
My brother was a gallop boy in Mexico City. And when I was younger, hold on a second, guys.
No worries.
Anyway, yeah, my brother was a gallop boy in Mexico City, and he started taking me to the racetrack when I was like 6, 7 years old. My daddy was a big fan of horse racing, and he used to take me to the racetrack too. Um, I started riding horses, but when I was like 8, 9 years old, on the
Oh, wow.
racetrack. I mean, just the ponies,
Yeah.
and I mean, I remember I used to be run back and forth, just play with some of the kids. And when I first saw horse racing, I know them that I really wanted to become a jockey.
Okay, very cool. So now we'll get a little bit into your story here. So you started riding in 1997. You were in California. You were doing great. Everything's going wonderful. And then in 2010, you suffered an incredible injury. You actually broke your back, and that sidelined you for 4 years. Do you want to tell us anything about that experience?
Yeah, actually, I started riding in California in 1997, but I went up to Golden Gate Bay Meadows for a couple of years. Then from there, I went to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada for 6, 7 years. Then I come back and I to California, to Santa Anita, in 2009. And by December 2010, yes, I got an injury coming leaving the gate. The horse stumbled and I broke my back leaving the gate. Yeah, so it was I put me away for almost 4 years.
Wow, that's so intense. And this didn't put you on the sidelines forever, though. So, just in 2014, 4 years later, you made your comeback and you were doing incredible once again. You won 45 races pretty quickly. And then you had another bad injury in 2015. But you returned to racing a few months later. So, still on the comeback trail. And then you had yet another injury. Now, this one was the big one. Gosh, I read somewhere that it was 13 total surgeries that you underwent in order to correct the damage done from this. You had nerve damage, you had lasting pain, you decided that was it. You were going to retire from racing, you did not feel well physically. I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I injured myself in Los Alamitos store with meet in December, and I rushed myself to come back because Delmar meeting was coming soon. So I came back in March. I won the very first day. I came back. I won a race at Santa Anita. Then the second weekend I rode, I got another horse broke down, and that was it. I re-break my collarbone for the second time in less than 2 months,
Mm.
and I injured my elbow, I injured my ribs, my knee, and my back. And they did surgery on my clavicle. They put a plaque in there, and when they put the plaque in there, they damaged my nerves, and I
Mm.
got ligaments problems and damage all the way. They injured my all the way down to my fingers. I didn't feel my fingers.
Wow.
I ended up having 5 surgeries in my elbow, uh, 4 surgeries in my clavicle, two on my knee. Actually, it was five. Yeah, it was 13 altogether. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, so and they used to be giving like pain medication injections and a lot of pain medication until I decided that I didn't want to just continue doing like medication. It was only just it was not working, you know. I mean, uh, I talked to a friend of mine that is a doctor in California, and I gonna give him all the credit because he was the one he helped me out. First of all, to stop taking pain medication, and second of all, to support me all the way until today, to stay healthy and to help me to keep my weight down and vitamins and everything. But I mean, it was a long process. Ended up being in depression. I ended up being in depression for a couple of years because I mean, obviously, that's what I love to do. I love to ride horses and races, and I love to win races. And I was not able to do it, you know, because I was in pain 24/7.
Right. Wow. That is so incredible. I can't believe everything that you've been through. And I mean, it's just shocking because I'm sitting here looking at you and you look like the absolute picture of health. Like no one would ever imagine that you've had all of these injuries and surgeries. I mean, you literally look like you're 25 years old, just like, you know, fresh as a
Thank you.
baby.
You're
I
my
love
friend.
it. So
You're my friend.
yeah, good for you and
You're
good
my
on
good
that
friend
doctor.
then.
I need his number. Whatever vitamin regimen you're taking, I need to see this and incorporate it in my own life. That's amazing. Okay, so now after all of that, crazily enough, in my opinion, I don't know where the mental strength comes from, but you returned to racing January 1st of this year. What on earth made you want to come back after everything you've been through?
Actually, I called Todd Fincher like 3 or 4 times. I called him like 3 years ago, and every time I called him, he was telling me the same thing. If you really wanted to do it, you need to come down to New Mexico. When I was hoping the doctor will release me, they didn't release me. So finally, by last year around this time, uh, my a good friend, a doctor, released me to come back riding. I reached up to Tad, and Tad told me, you know, if you really wanted to work, you need to come down to New Mexico. And I was hoping, you know, to start, I was not gonna be in a lot of pain. It was hard the first couple of weeks. I don't want to lie to you guys. I mean, knowing that I've been riding horses my whole life. I mean, stay away from horses for 7 years. It was pretty bad. I was in a lot of pain, but physical pain, not like body pain. And I mean, it was amazing when I saw my name in the overnight when Todd Fisher put me and named me in 3 or 4 horses. For up, I mean, it was opening day for the thoroughbred meet. Uh, I literally cried because I never thought in those 7 years in my life that I was gonna make another comeback. To be honest.
Yeah. And what a comeback. This is actually the best year of your career, I believe. Is that right, Sean? You got the stats handy there. Sean is our
Yeah, he's
amazing stats guy.
definitely on pace for it. Yes.
Yes,
Very
it is. You
cool.
know, it's been the best year I ever had in my whole career.
Wow. How does that feel after everything you've been through to be like on top of the world now?
It feels good, but at the same time, it's a lot of responsibility. You know, I think it's a little bit more extra. We can do it, but I mean, the way I think right now, I mean, and I just hoping, you know, to stay healthy. That's the main thing.
Of
Stay
course.
healthy and keep working hard, and hopefully, you know, we just keep winning races until we race to 1,000. That's my
Love it.
goal.
There you go. Now, what did you do in between the 7 years in between?
Not much. I was just going in and out, one surgery to another one. Yeah, in the meantime, when I mean, between those surgeries, I mean, I love to hike. You know, I used to go hiking every day with my dogs when I was able to go. But I mean, I was not able to work because obviously the doctors they didn't release me, and I was in pain all the time, getting one surgery and after another one, and I was always in pain. So I didn't work for 7 years.
Talk about the comeback from 2014 versus your mindset for the comeback versus 2023. How similar and different were they?
I think I think more mature right now than what I was thinking 8 years ago. Uh, More dedicated to my job, and I was dedicated before, but I mean, like more dedicated, like about eating more healthy, and I think it's the moment when you think, this is the last opportunity you're gonna have in your life, and either you take advantage or it's not gonna be another chance like this one.
And how long did it take you to get ready? Did you always just kind of stay in shape to be prepared to come back, or did you kind of have to
Well, like I
hurry that
said,
along?
I was just hiking pretty well, like 6 days a week, and I have an exercise horse over here in my house, and I used to just doing that every day for 3 4 hours. Um, After I talked to Tad last year, I started doing that like maybe 5 6 hours every day for the last month before I come down here.
Wow, that's incredible. I spend 5 minutes on the equicizer and I feel like I'm going to die. So good on you.
It's not easy. Trust me. It's not.
No.
It's been pretty hard. It's not easy. I mean, it's been costing me a lot of dedication and discipline.
And now that you're in New Mexico, were you ever in New Mexico part of your career before, or no?
Never,
No?
never. This is the first time, and I mean, I was in Texas. I was in Houston, Texas, in 2002 to 2003, but never in New Mexico. This is my first time.
Well, it's been
I would
very
say how
good
you
to
like
you.
the tracks, but you obviously like the winner circle, so you're good.
I love the winner circle. Everybody does, right? No matter where you are. I mean, as long as
Absolutely.
you win in races, I mean,
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned Todd Fincher briefly, and we were talking about this before we went live, but you have a pretty special, close relationship there. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
well, I don't have a very close relationship with him. It's all about business. It's a very strict. I mean, I call him boss because I mean he's the boss. He's the boss. I mean, I respect him like 100%. If it was not for him, I will not be here talking to you guys. To be honest, I always gonna give him respect, and I think he's the man. I mean, over here in New Mexico. I mean, if you go to him, you're gonna be winning races, and I mean. Sometimes even that's what I think. Sometimes even when you do a good job, he's not gonna tell you that you do a good job like that. You can keep getting better and better. That's my opinion. But I mean, it's been the key in this comeback. That venture.
Very cool. I absolutely love that. Okay, so you have had some really incredible and inspiring moments. What would you say is like your best moment in racing where everything just came together for you and you were like, wow, this is it?
Since I come back,
Yeah, sure.
the day I won with Flying Connection, my 800 wins.
Awesome.
I think that's the more amazing day since I come back.
I absolutely love that answer. And we've got a great comment here from Stacy Sanchez Martinez. So proud of you, Dad. You are my biggest inspiration. Best dad ever. Oh, I love that.
That's my girl. That's my daughter.
Yeah, you got a lot of fans out there. Like Sean mentioned before we went live, we actually had a request to get you on here, and I'm so glad. I don't follow Out West Racing. I really should because there's a lot of cool stuff going on out there. So it was so interesting, like following your career and your story. Like I'm just so glad that fan brought you to our attention.
I'm just glad to be talking to you guys, and I mean just the way the situation is going and the racing going this year for me. I mean, I'm very thankful.
Did your daughter ever try to get into horse racing, or did she like the horse races?
No, she's in the university. She's in university in Phoenix, Arizona. That's perfect where she is. I mean, she likes horses, but I mean, I just always told her, just go to school. Not for racing. It's not for you.
Yeah. Pretty common theme that we see here. We don't see many jockeys who want their kids to follow in their footsteps. It's not the easiest life. You would know that better than anyone.
Yeah. It's not an easy life, Like, look at this morning. You have to get up early this morning and work, then come home, and it's hard, especially in New Mexico. It's a lot of driving. I mean, some other places it's not that much driving, but I mean, over here in New Mexico, it's a lot of driving, but I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it. As long
Yeah.
as you go to the winner's circle once, often it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys, before we went live, he mentioned that he had to drive 5 hours today to work. So that's intense. That's dedication right there for sure. So do you have a favorite horse that you really love to ride?
Yes. His name is Community Leader. He's a 2-year-old, trained by Todd Furtado. We won 5 races in a row until the
wow.
last time. Yeah, and last time he finished second, and he was undefeated until the last race. It was a big state
Awesome.
race, almost $300,000, and got beat by half a lane.
Wow. Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I was very sad.
That good choice there. That's a good favorite horse. And we've got a great question here from Grandma Horse Racing. How did you mentally handle those injuries? Can you offer any advice for other jockeys who have to fight through injuries?
I remember back in the day in 1997, 1998, Eddie De La Cruz said one day in the Jackson, every time you go down and you got an injury, you need to put it behind your head. And I always remember that, I mean,
Yeah.
that happened already. You need to put it over your head, and tomorrow's a different day. That's in the past.
Oh, all right. I try to remember that. I mean, I stub my toe and I get PTSD. So good for you.
It's not easy. I mean, trust me. But I mean, I just try my best. I just don't think whatever happened yesterday is over. Today is a different day.
I love it. I need your doctor and your psychologist.
Well, take us through that.
I spent a long time talking to those kind of guys. Trust me.
Well, take us through to that as a rider too. When you first started riding, and now your mindset as a rider. Tell us about some things that have changed, like your mindset riding, and also just your strengths.
Personally, I don't think as a rider we're never gonna end learning. Every day we will learn something new. Every day a horse will teach you something new. I mean, but from the beginning to now, I mean, you will learn, every day with the moment, and you will learn more as long as you keep riding more and winning more. You get more confidence, timing, and everything. But myself, I think, as a rider, we will never finish learning. Every day we will learn something new. And from when I start riding until now, obviously, experience, you will get more experience, and riding horses and winning races gives riders confidence. And like animals, when they win, they pumped out, and athletes do that too, right? And as a rider, that's what happened to me when I'm winning. I feel more confidence, and sometimes you don't even think when it's a hole in there, you're already in there. I mean, that happens so quickly, I mean, but I mean it's something that you will learn with yours in experience and racing and winning races.
What do you think your biggest strength is?
My kids.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. I read actually about how your children and your dogs were such a big part of your inspiration to come back, and how they helped you stay healthy in the time that you were out. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, my kids that see me going over surgery after surgery after surgery, they see me in the hospital for 7 years pretty well.
Yeah.
So it was hard to explain them that I wanted to do it one more time.
Right.
And I told them, I 45, it's even now, oh, that's it. And it's not gonna be it's now or never.
Yeah.
And I try to explain them, that's like some of the jobs, it's gonna be a risk. Everywhere you go, every job you do, the risk is gonna be there. And my dogs, they just drag me every day to go hiking, and I always gonna give my dogs a lot of credit because they take me to do exercise every day.
Well, they want to take credit. They keep trying to be a part of the show here. They're like, "Hello,
I
Dad."
know, right? I know.
How many dogs do you have?
6.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
I know.
Well, that's a lot of dog walking. I can see how you stayed in great shape.
I know. I got that one little Frenchie that we just buy from Luis Fuentes, another rider.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our baby.
I love French bulldogs. I used to have one. My French bulldog would skateboard, so that's
Oh,
something they
really?
like to do.
They are
Yeah,
very smart. Let me
yeah,
tell me,
yeah.
they
I
are
know.
very
I was
smart.
like, wow. We didn't even have to teach him. We just like put a skateboard in front of him. He was like, I can do this. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, something you can look into. And we've
I
got
know.
a
I will try.
question. Yeah, we've got a question here. Do you have any siblings riding or have ridden in the past? I know you mentioned that your brother exercise rode, but any jockeys?
No jockeys.
Okay, got it. So, what is on your bucket list? You came back for a reason. What's left to do? Oh,
I'm gonna be a little rider.
I love that. Very cool. I'm sure
I
that you'll
wanna.
hit that. I mean,
I wanna keep working hard until I don't care where, but I wanna be a little rider.
oh,
If
that's
it's here in New
awesome.
Mexico or anywhere else, but I just gonna keep working hard until I'm a little
Yeah,
rider again.
and I got the stats pulled up here. So for 2023, you are 18% win and 44% in the money. That is absolutely incredible. Wow.
Do
Very,
you have
very
like
inspiring.
Santa Anita and Del Mar circled and go, one day I want to get back there?
Well, I do, but at the same time, all the injuries happen there. It's maybe somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, Texas or Oklahoma or somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be
For
feeling
now,
superstitious.
yeah, I mean, for now, I just want to stick around here until I need to keep just working hard until I, I wanted to become a little rider here in New Mexico.
Well, and Todd's a good guy to hang out with because he's moving up. He's going to have that Kentucky Derby winner soon too, and maybe you can be aboard that Kentucky Derby winner, right?
I wish. I wish.
Very cool. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you think that far out or do you just take it day by day?
I go day by day. Yeah. Now I just go day by day.
Yeah.
Today was a wonderful day at work. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's a day off.
Very cool. Very cool. And what advice do you have for young riders just getting started in the business?
The only thing I can say to them, what they used to be Baby Flores and some of the riders, general riders, they used to be give me an advice, just work hard, dedicate yourself to the business.
Oh,
Oh,
what
I
happened?
think you got a phone call or something. That's probably one of those where you got a phone call or something, and that seems to happen a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I just lost my headphones. Hold on.
Well, we can't
Okay,
lose
I'm
you
back.
too. Don't leave me
Yeah.
be the only one left.
Yeah, you're here with a black screen and no one can hear you.
I will
I'm
bore the rest of our audience, I'm sure.
Oh, that's okay. We can do some random trivia or something. Go ahead, Sean. Go. You got it.
No. There we go.
Oh,
There we go. I'm back.
Okay, welcome
Sorry.
back.
Sir,
See, always
I
making a
apologize.
comeback.
I know, right? I apologize. Yeah, that I got a phone call coming. Yeah, I
No
was
worries.
telling you guys that the advice is with all the gentleman riders, they give it to the bad boys or the young riders. Just keep focused. If you really wanted to do it, you want to do this business, just take it serious. Because we know we've been there. When you're 18, 20, 25, you wanted to party and this and that. You don't take the business serious. And if you really wanted to do it, just do it the right way. That's my advice.
Very cool. I love that.
What about the sport itself, horse racing itself, when you started, in the 90s compared to now in 2023? What do you think of that?
I think before it was more competitive. Myself, I think before it was more, I don't know. I mean, it changed. It's been changing a lot, I mean, from 1997, when you used to see horses running until 8, 9, 10 years old. and you barely see horses now make it to 4 or 5 years old. You know, you don't see that many horses running at that age. I mean, everything is changing, but I mean, yeah, it's like everything, you know, it's been changing.
You know what's crazy about that point is you always get the people that complain when they get retired at 3 or 4. And I do socials for TVG, and even the other day there was a 9-year-old that won a race, and I always kind of point out 9-year-old won. And then you always got the people, why are they still racing at 9? And I'm like, well, which way do you want it? Do you want them retired at 4? Or do you want them like
Yeah.
you can't win either way?
Well, I got a good experience to see this horse. They used to be called El Escorpion. He was trained by Neil Drysdale, and when he was 9 years old, he used to be winning state races. I mean, and
Wow.
only 29, 20, 30 starts. So they
Wow.
don't usually run that many times, but they used to be win races at the age of 9 years old.
And you know more than anybody, and people will tell me, if a 9-year-old doesn't want to run anymore, the 9-year-old will stop racing. They'll show you.
3 or 4 years ago, Peter Miller won a couple of Breeders' Cup with 8-year-old, 9-year-old horses. 2015 or 2016, I think. So, I mean, that tells you a lot, right? It's the way you treat the horses and I mean, the way you look up to horses. I mean, I'm not saying that they cannot run or retire at 3 or 4 or 5 years old, but I mean, it'd be nice if you see more older horses run, right? I mean, 6, 7 years
Yes.
old. That's my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I could not agree with you more. I work with off-track retired thoroughbreds, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy how many of these horses are getting retired at 4 years old, and they're totally fine. You know, I don't know. I guess that's just the racing landscape we live in. And then smaller foal crops also, which is disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So what do you think might help the future of the industry? Do you have any ideas for that, or are you just riding the wave?
I'm just riding away. I don't want to get into that.
Fair enough. Yeah, it can be a sticky question.
You don't want any. You don't want to be in the business after you're done being a jockey.
Well, I can't think. I can't think that far away right now. You know, I just barely come back, so I just right now I just think about, you know, just try to do this for at least 4 or 5 years and just go from there after that.
Very cool. I love that. Small, reachable goals. And you are definitely going to hit that. And you are definitely going to get that leading rider title. And we cannot wait to celebrate with you. Right, Sean?
Sounds
Absolutely.
Good. I will try my best, like always.
Awesome.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. All right, Sean, you got any more questions before we let Mr. Felipe get back to resting after that long drive and working?
We got into it a little bit. He likes driving. Well, he doesn't like driving, but he's got to drive, and he goes hiking with his dog. But what else do you do for fun when you're not at the horse track?
To be honest, I like to spend a lot of time with my dogs. That's my fun time, and my kids. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's my fun time. Yeah. Right now, when since I come back riding. I better have any time free, you know, because in New Mexico, you have to drive around a lot of different racetracks. With also Albuquerque, Sea Park, and right now, home for me is El Paso. So in about a month, we're going to be running over here in Sunland Park. So I'm going to be able to stay home for 4 months. But I mean, besides that, it's a lot of driving around. So I'm going to be able to spend a little bit more time with my kids, my family, and my dogs. And I have a sister that just moved from Phoenix to here also too. So that's going to be good too, because I'm going to be able to have a family member close to me.
Awesome.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, right?
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
my older daughter, she's serving the Navy. She's 22.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. And we've got a great comment here from Grandma Horse Racing. He'll be on a winning spree after horse racing today. That is a trend. Once people come on the show, they tend to like take off. So,
okay.
And
He's
we got
us to it.
Yeah, we got another comment from Stacy Sanchez Martinez. I love you, Dad. Oh, that's so sweet.
I love you too, baby.
Awesome. All right, Sean, anything else that you want to bring up?
No, that's it. I just stay safe. Wish you luck. Get that leading jockey. We'll have you on again for sure, and just keep doing your thing.
Thank you very much for everything. Thank you guys for inviting me to the show, and I hope I talk to you guys soon.
Absolutely. You are such an inspiration. This was so much fun. I am so glad that I got to meet you. And we are sending all the good vibes your way. Can't wait to celebrate with you.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys. You guys
have a good night.
Okay? Bye now.
Wow, he's cool.
Yeah, awesome.
He's so positive. Oh my goodness. If I had been through all that, I think I would be bitter and angry, but he's just taking it and making a positive spin out of everything. So that's amazing.
And hopefully things keep going, just keep going onward. I mean, who could have predicted he could come back and win at the percentages he's winning at? So
I know, that's wild. Like, who comes back in their 40s? I mean, these percentages are crazy. 18% and 44%. Those are stats that any jockey ever would be thrilled to have. From bug boys to people in their 20s, and he just like came back after this major 7-year injury, and I don't know.
And you would think it would take you a little while to start getting comfortable out there and start riding, being afraid. But like you said, right now he's got the right mindset and he's doing it all right. So hopefully it keeps going that way. Everything stays safe and. Just it's a name that you guys might have just heard now or remembered from the article the great article Aubrey did, and we brought him on here. But he's a name that more people are going to start discovering in the story. Because these are the stories too that horse racing needs, and we need to publicize them.
Yes. That's so incredible. I don't know. I'm floored by all of this. And anyone who did not see the article with Horse Racing Today by Aubrey, our amazing Aubrey, who just recently joined the team. Check it out. It is so good. I absolutely loved it. I read it for this interview and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So definitely check that out. And we got a comment here from Grandma Horse Racing. Great, inspiring guests. Love being here with you, HRT team. We love having you, Grandma Horse Racing. I went through withdrawals.
And I'll say another thing too. This was a fan request. Somebody inboxed me his name, which anybody can do, and we'll always do our best. And it's funny because when they did, I was like, wait, I know that name. Where do I know that name from? And then you do the research and you realize, okay, this is a name from the past. And now, so anybody ever wants to shoot us a message with a guest, and we can't promise we'll get him. I mean, he was so reachable. I went to Facebook right away and got him right away. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes we strike out, but we'll take suggestions anytime.
Yes, no, we would love suggestions because sometimes you guys know a backstory that most of the world doesn't know, or something that we just haven't seen. Like I said, I don't follow out West horse racing. I know I need to venture out of the Midwest in Florida. I promise I will one of these days. But please let us know, because that's exactly the kind of stuff that we love. And perfect. John De Silva says so many stories out there, just need to get it out there. Absolutely. Yes. So if you know of anyone that you want to see on this show, just let us know and we will do our best for sure. All right. What else have we got going on, Sean?
I believe Rich and Charles will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what track, but they'll be back tomorrow. We're done for the week. Monday, it will be me and Betty Joe again.
Okay.
Lucy's going to be out Monday and Tuesday, so Betty Joe will be in Monday. We're not sure about Tuesday, and then Wednesday it will be Lucy and I. Stay tuned to our socials on who the guest will be at Horse Race Today, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, you name it, we got it. Other than that, I see a bigger number than the likes, so if you're watching, please give us a thumbs up. It helps big time, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So just hit that like button right now, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that. And big thank you to the other co-hosts that are here when I cannot be. They are incredible. They are putting in the work and doing this with us, and it is so wonderful having them join the team. So thank you so much, you guys.
All Absolutely. Right. We're growing, and we're trying to, provide more and more. Everything's growing but our bank account, but we'll work on that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. All right. Wonderful. Well, so Please like, follow, subscribe. Any of that stuff absolutely helps us more than you know, helps to bring us visibility, helps to bring us to more people, and hopefully will help us to bring you some more amazing content. We are Horse Race the number 2 day pretty much everywhere on social media. So go ahead and follow us if you're not already. And we hope that we'll see you there. And we also hope that we will see you in the
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle. Good night, everyone.